Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to construct a traveler's journal, or maybe you would like to use it as a memory journal. Whatever you would like to use it, it's going to be a smaller version. It's not going to take you a lot of time, and it's going to be quite useful. You could even pop it into a satchel. You could keep it at home, put your tickets in it that maybe you went to a concert in the park. Maybe someone had a wedding. Maybe you are going to go on a trip and you can take it along and put all those fun things that you acquire or that you can keep for a memory of how your trip went. So we're going to start with some envelopes. We're going to start with two. Now these envelopes are 9 inches by 6 inches. And what I have done is I have chosen to coffee dye mine. So here they are right here, already coffee dyed. And we're going to go ahead and just close the flap. I am not taking the tape off the flap. I'm just closing it because what I want to do is I want to take this end of the envelope and I'm going to fold it up to meet the edge of that top of the envelope, and then let's give it a crease. Let me get my bone folder and we're going to crease it. So now we have folded our envelope in half. We're going to do the exact same thing to the second envelope. Fold down your flap of the envelope and then take the bottom of the envelope and bring it up to the top. Just lining it up the best I can. You don't have to coffee dye your envelopes if you don't want to. You can use the pretty bright white. Alrighty, so now we've got that taken care of. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to bring in a digital. Now I do believe this is Roxy's creation. You don't have to have a digital. You could use book pages. You could use some paper pad paper, whatever it is that you have. But what I want to do is I want to cut 2 pieces and I'm going to place it inside and just a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge of this flap, just a little bit of this flap. I need to get this covered. So I'm simply going to pop my paper here, get my pencil, mark it where I need to cut, and go ahead and cut those pieces. I'm going to get them glued in. All right, so I have added my pages in there inside of my pocket. I did go ahead and I inked up just so I can highlight the fold so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing in the next step. I have my little ruler here. I've got this one because I can hang on to the top part. I'm only using the flat part of this ruler, not this side, which we've made into a tear ruler. So right here, you can see where it's folded. I'm placing it on my grid mark right here, as you can see. So it's lining up with that grid mark. And I'm going to place my ruler on the grid mark that's going to be 1/2 inch from the fold to this ruler is 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to take my finger, I'm going to lift up down underneath, and I'm going to press my envelope up onto that ruler. I'm going to get myself in position so I can get the paper, the idea that I want to fold it over right there. So let's go ahead and let's fold it now. So my page is still a little wet, but I think it's going to work out fine. So it's folded. Yes, we folded this part over too, but that's okay. We're going to take care of that. Just a second. So where we have folded it, I'm going to highlight the folded area. Oh goodness, there's not very much ink on my sponge. So let's ink that up. And then I don't know that I'll be able to turn it yet. Probably not yet. What we want to do is from the fold of the flap, we're going to measure down 1 inch. 1 inch from the fold, the top fold where the flap was, and we're going to mark with our pencil. So we're down 1 inch from here to this fold. That's 1 inch. Then we're going to get our scissors, and we're going to open up the envelope a little bit to be able to see that line right there, and we're going to trim. We're cutting open our envelope so the opening is further down. It'll make it so much easier to place things inside and to get things out. So let's go ahead and trim that off right there. There we go. All right. I just placed that little piece that was the sticky part. Now I just put it there so I wouldn't accidentally glue something and shut that I didn't want to. So what we've done is we have created a spine right here, just like that. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing to this envelope. Okay, so let me do that. All right, so now you can see we have a spine on both of our little envelopes. The next thing that we're going to need to do is now is the time that we need to select our papers and cover our little journals. So I have some digitals here, and this is from digitalcollageclub.com. It's a subscription-based site, and I just printed off a couple of these I thought was really pretty. I really enjoyed them. So I'm thinking I used these two in an example that I'm going to bring around in just a minute. I wonder if those two kind of don't go together well. This one goes well with either one. It really goes well with this one. I think I'll stick with the same thing that I used when I'm going to show you what it looks like once you get it covered. So I'm going to use this one for one envelope. Oh, no, wait. First, we need one more thing. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, as you can see now, since we've put our spine in, you can see that this isn't going to shut anymore, is it? It's not. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut off 1 inch. So basically on my envelope, it's the width of the part of the paper that they turned up to make the pocket on the envelope. So I'm lining my envelope right here up on the grid. I'm looking for my ruler, and then I'm going to be marking, or you can line up the bottom here and then just mark it at 1 inch, and then we're going to go ahead and cut that off. And we're going to need to do that on both of our envelopes, because that way it's going to fit well within the spine that we have created. So here's my other envelope. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to line it up on my grid, 1 inch, and we're going to give it a trim. And we're going to cut off the bottom of the envelope, just like that. We can save these. I'm thinking maybe they'd be a really cute belly band in this project. Maybe yes, maybe no, but I'm hanging on to them. So now is when you're going to want to cover. Now, you're going to think about the pattern or the print or whatever you're choosing to go on. Let's call this our, this flap here is going to be the flap of the cover of the journal. So right here is going to show you, okay, let me bring in this one. I've already covered this one. This was this paper here, or is this paper here. And so I chose this for my flap cover. So I would I will turn this over like this. I want to make sure that mine happens to be Word, so these are right side up. I like that. My map's going to be right side up too. So I'm going to add my glue to my envelope, and I really like to add lots of glue at the folds. I think it truly helps with the fold. And there's another fold right there. I'm just going to go around like this, then I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to go inside of here like this, and then inside of here. Okay, now we're going to take our envelope, turn it upside down like this, and we're going to pop it. Now I like to cut things out, so I'm giving myself lots of room to cut things out. I'm also using my burnishing tool, and I'm squeezing out all the extra glue. I just think it really helps, especially at the folds where you're going to be creasing your piece. I don't know, I've just found that it's really important to get the folded areas glued down well. There's our spine right there. All right, so of course you would just trim that out, right? Trimming it out. I've already glued these together, so I need to cut this out. I need to do my other one, and my other one I'm going to choose to do this one. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm looking at the right side up that I want, the right side up that I want for my cover piece. I'm going to turn it over like this, and then I'm going to glue it down just like that. And once I get this one glued on here, and I've got this one trimmed out, we're going to put the two together, and then you will have something that looks like this. And the beauty of this is what happens inside. Super duper cool, right? Oh my goodness, I love this project. Okay, so let me get this done. All right, so I've got both of my envelopes covered. And the one that you have decided to be your front flap for your closure, we're going to place that one about right here on your table. Then take the second envelope, and this is where I'm going to remove that sticky tape. I'm going to put it right over here because this still is a little sticky. Oh, I guess it's still sticky. I don't want to accidentally glue it shut. All right, so you're taking your second envelope, and the back here, you're going to fold it up like this, and so where it's folded, we're going to be adding our glue to this flap, and we're going to be placing this about 1/4 of an inch away from this fold right here. So let's just do that. So I'm not going to add my glue too close to my fold. Down a little bit like this, and I'm using my art glitter glue. You use the glue of your choice, and this is my art glitter glue. You're not folding this part, you're not gluing that part on. You hold that up, you're gluing where it's folded. Remember, we folded our envelope in half right here. Now you see I'm on a grid line. I'm going to do about 1/4 of an inch down. And I want to be even with my envelope. I don't want this to be too far up or too far down. I want it to be the same, meaning I don't want it to be too far this way. So when I fold it, it will be in line. That's the word I'm looking for. It'll be in line. So I'm just creasing it, pressing down. Fold it here. Is that a crease? All right. So now it looks like this. Now it's glued on. Okay. Looks like that in the back. This folds, and this folds, and you've got your spine just like that. Isn't that super cool? I just think that's really, really fun. So you've got your flap, your closure. This flaps out like this. You've got a pocket here. You have a pocket here. This is free moving, and you have a pocket here. Now I'm going to cover this before it accidentally gets stuck. And I don't know exactly what I want to use, but I'm going to work on what I want to use. Then we're going to add some more things into our journal. Do I want to go ahead and just have it be like that? Maybe so. All right, so I chose that for my flap cover. It says The World. I think that's really cool. I've got a coffee-dyed window envelope, and I have a coffee-dyed glassine bag. I thought we could add these into our little journal here. So what I want to do is I'm going to just take my envelope. Sorry about that barking in the background. It's my husband's phone. He has a dog washing business, and that's his ringtone. And it's barking, so I'm sorry about that. So it sounds like a big buzz. He only does big dogs, and so that is a big dog barking. This is ringtone. That's kind of funny, isn't it, guys? But anyway, sorry about that. Big barking dog in the back. Okay, so we've got that cut, and I just measured, so it's going to fit right into our little journal here. And let's see here. Where do we want to put another flip? Now, I do think I want to cover part of this. I want to cover that, and I'd like to put something in the window here. I have other sheets. We haven't used this one. I showed you this earlier. I think this might be really pretty. It's very colorful. We pop that in there. Would carry the theme, I think, or maybe just words. Oh no, I like the words better. All right, so I'm going to get that covered in there, and I'm going to make it so I'm going to put my glue on this portion. So whatever you put in your pocket, you're not going to see it. You will always see the writing there. All right, so I covered my envelope. I put a little bit right there as well because it's a top-loading envelope. But as I folded this and I looked to check, I'm a little bit over. I need to be within the inside of our little spine right here. So what I think we'll do is we'll simply move where we're going to fold it. We'll make a smaller top-loading pocket. So taking my ruler and pushing up back side of my envelope, I'm going to create a smaller little flap here that we will be able to glue here. It's going to be totally, it's going to cover, it's, what am my word I'm trying to say? It's going to be well within the spine so that we can have it as a flip. So I'm going to cut off right here. That's the old flap of the envelope. And we have our new flap of the envelope. And what shall I do right here to cover that up? Because I want to have it like this, or wherever I decide to put it. Maybe we put it here. That's pretty right there too, for another flip. Now I could have it just open up like this, and you could pop something in it. Ooh, I could fold it down like that and have it. Oh, that's what we're going to do. Okay. That is super cool. I just came up with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and change this up. I covered this. Now I'm going to cover this, and I need to cover this completely. Do you understand what I'm doing? I've taken my envelope. Oh, okay. And we had to shorten it so that it would fit within our little journal here. And I'm going to make it into a pocket so you can get into it this way. Yeah, so it's going to be really easy to put things. Maybe you have a ticket in there or whatever, because remember, this is a memory journal. You're going on vacation, you take it with you, and maybe you have a train pass or something that you have. You could stick that in there. That would be really fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with this paper. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to do it the way I think is a cheap way. I'm going to do it like this. Just add my glue and then pop my paper in. I just find it easier sometimes to do it this way. I'm not fighting with a sticky page trying to get it in there. I'm going to just stick it in like this. Go all the way to the edge. Did I get it in there? I think I got it in there enough. Okay, and then I'm going to trim it out. Yeah, this was on the fly, guys. I didn't expect to do this with this envelope. But because we had to shorten it, it kind of changed my thought pattern. All right, so we've got that. So when we flip it open, we can see that. Now, do I want the same pattern on this as well when you flip it open? Sure, why not? So that means I need to cover it going this way. No, that's going to make it upside down. Think about it, Kathy. Let's cut this part off. And we place it in. It'll be upside down. So place it in this way. Well, I don't know. Maybe I do want to go with words. No, it goes like this, Kathy. Talking to myself. I always talk to myself. You guys, do you talk to yourself? I talk to myself a lot. I read here recently that doing things like talking to yourself and stuff, now they call it stimming. I think I've stimmed all my life. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know, a way of soothing yourself. Yeah, well, self-soothing. So here we go. Let's just add this on there. We're going to glue it like that. And we're going to fold it open. I might even fold it all the way. That's an idea, because then it will get rid of that issue. And I think it's an issue. Let's trim it out. I think that would be the best thing to do, is to trim it out. I'll go all the way across. And trim this out. This is going to be super cute pocket. Super cute. Okay, so I hate to fold it yet, it's wet. So maybe we should move on to our glassine bag, because it's just going to be super duper cute. So I had the whole thing folded. That's right, the whole thing folds. I'm still on it. I can't put it down. And then we're going to fold this over. We're going to cut that. Well, that'll work, because that's separate from this. Okay, I'm sorry if I am just totally confusing everybody. I do apologize for that. But I didn't think I was doing this. This is on the fly. I think that's what they call that. Designing on the fly. Okay, now we're going to remove this. So we're going to have to cut it here. And we're going to have to take it up. Oh, there goes Frankie Francine. There we go. There we go. Like that. And isn't that the cutest little pocket? Oh my goodness, that is so cute. Okay, so what time is it? Oh, we have plenty of time. Let's go ahead and ink this up. Like that. And let's get this down on in our journal. Super duper cute. So I need to fold this back the other way. So I'm going to crease it right here like this. Okay. Now where do we want this? Where do we want to place this? We need to glue that down. No. That's not straight. That's going to bug me. That's not straight, is it? Nope. That's not. So, I wish these things didn't bother me when things weren't straight and stuff. I watch other designers. It doesn't seem to bother them. And I like what they do. When they create, it just looks gorgeous. And then I try to do it, and it's like, oh, it's crooked. Okay. There we go. I didn't cut that as there. That's a little better. Okay. Now I'm going to glue that whole thing down just like that. So it's going to be, that's crooked. Cathy, get over it. Just get over it. I can't. That's better. Okay. Let's glue that down. That is a cute pocket. I was thinking of using that as another pocket underneath there, but I don't think that's a good idea because that's not completely covered. So we're just going to do it this way. Okay, we've turned our window envelope into a flip. And this flip, when we flip it this way, you can journal here. You can decorate it too. And then you would have a nice big pocket to be able to get into. We did that all round around. I mean, we didn't do that in a straight line at all. So now where shall we place it? Shall we place it inside of here? Shall we place it, that's pretty cute. Shall we place it on the outside here, like this? Maybe here. If we did it here, well, I kind of like it there. Right there, in that fold. Okay, so let's just do it, guys. So let's add our glue to our flap or hinge. And then let's place this right where we want it to go. I'm actually going to do like that just so it gets in the right place so that it doesn't bind. Oh yeah, that's a good place for it. That's excellent. Oh my goodness, how much fun. We've got a flap, and then it opens, and then it opens, and then we've got a flip. We've got another pocket, and there's a pocket right here, right to begin with. And then there's a little tuck spot here, then a nice big pocket, and then a tuck spot here. Now, glassine bag. Here's the glassine bag. Now, it's too big to go this way, so it's going to need to go this way. And we're going to have to cut this little flap off right here. So let's cut that flap off. So I'm just going to make it straight. You know how a glassine bag, he's getting upset with me, isn't he? He's like, I am calling you and you are not coming. You're right. You're right, Francine. I'm not coming yet. We could put it in there. You could have all different kinds of pockets. Oh, I didn't make that all the way cut. You know, we cut this open, but I didn't cut enough of it to really open it up freely. So I think I need to go check on her. She doesn't need anything. She just wants to either tell me she's woken up or she's ready to eat or something like that. That's what she fusses at. She's not sick or anything today. Thank you. But she's not sick. Okay, so how about if we stick it in there? Oh, that's something different. And have different pockets inside of here. That is different. I haven't seen that done before. We're going to do that, guys. We're going to add our glue. It's just a little bit, just a little line on the fold and a little line on the fold, something like that. And then we're going to stick it right inside of here. Straight down. I'm going to get my bone folder and I'm going to press it into the bottom. Oh my gosh. Now, that's cool. Now you actually have a pocket because you've got sides. And then you've got this. And then you've got another pocket with sides. Oh, I love that. That's something different. I haven't seen that before. Okay, we're just coming up with some wild things today, and I really am liking how this is coming together. Now, I am going to go ahead and work on this a little bit more. I will pop another video up about finishing this out, putting the closure on it, and all of that. But oh my goodness, wouldn't this be fun to fill the summer with your memories or maybe your travels? You guys, I have enjoyed being with you, and if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye now.